So last week we left off with picking up the Daytona and the 72 Roadrunner, getting ready to head up to McCacken for the Barn Finds display. The edit's taken a little bit longer than we anticipated, and we've been out on the road all week, had a visit up with the Brothers Collection and a couple other cars that we checked out along the way. And so we're going to play this week's adventure now, and then we'll come back next week to the McCacken Barn Finds trip. Also, just food for thought. Car show, Celeste, Texas, May 31st. Hope you all can join us.
I'll be on the Southwest Airlines and this entire flight crew. Welcome to Portland.
So we're heading down to the Brothers Collection from Portland. We came in a couple days ago. We've had a lot of fun. Four of my brothers, Harley, Tyler, Spencer, and Albert, were able to join me up here, and my family, my wife, my son, his girlfriend Lexi, shoot crew and his wife Deb, some friends of mine coming in from Georgia, Bailey, his girlfriend. I don't know, they might even be fiance at this point. Unfortunately, Tony was not able to make it. He's got bigger things going on. He just had a baby, him and Caroline, so they're busy with that little guy. I don't know, probably about 35 people going. We've joined up with Scott Smith. He kind of arranged it, so he's got about 100 people going. So there's going to be a pretty good sized group there, and it's supposedly one of the most iconic muscle car collections and other cars in the world. I guess they said it's valued at around $500 million. But anyway, I just want to see the cars. So we're looking forward to it. Got some friends coming up. We were able to go out last night. Oh, so close. Kind of a small group of my family and the team, and play some pool and hang out and get a lot of laughs, which is always fun. So once we get done here, we're going to head up to Washington. Actually, the chase moves on. We have a couple of cars to see up there, kind of unexpected. We had flights going home, but never a dull moment. Everything always changes when we're cruising around looking for these muscle cars. So stay tuned. This place is insane.
So there were 4 rapid transit cars. They were show cars that traveled around. This one was found in a parking garage in Detroit. It was abandoned there. What's interesting about this is they found some women's underwear, shell casings, and a bloody machete that are still in the car.
Ooh.
And then they've just recently found the Cuda, the rapid transit Cuda. The family tried to purchase it before it went to auction, and they figured it would be a mid 6-figure car. It ended up going for 2.2.
Yeah,
and like I said, I don't know where the other 2 are, but there were only 4 of the rapid transit program cars. So
wow.
This one's pretty unique. It was a different color at one point. Apparently they changed it a couple of times.
Okay.
But this is the most recent.
The most recent deal?
Yeah, basically.
This thing's a stunner.
It's so cool.
Yeah.
It's so cool, huh? You wouldn't kick this out of the shed, would you?
Well, and
if I painted it like this, it'd get kicked out of the shed by everybody. But because of what it is, it's not getting kicked out of the shed.
Well, and Hemmings believes that this is the largest Mopar collection in the world. I don't know if that's true or not, but what I can say is you're probably never going to see another Mopar collection like this anywhere.
Oh, I can see that.
And especially some that are so historically significant. The very first Hemi Cuda convertible that rolled off the production line, and the very last. And in fact, the very last is that white one with the panel, and it was special ordered by a French novelist who had it shipped over because her Jaguar was not getting her to Monte Carlo casinos fast enough. So she ordered that car to replace her Jaguar, and now it's come home.
That's awesome. Some are coming back.
Yeah.
Some are definitely coming back.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And a lot of cars find their way here.
Yeah.
They're still growing the collection. They're still looking for cars, but a lot of times cars find them. People call and say, "Hey, what about?" So
yeah,
if you come back in 6 months, you'll probably see a couple new different cars.
How many Hemi Cuda convertibles are in this collection? We're going to go back and look at them.
I guess you can go down the line and count them.
There is Hemi
a bunch.
70 and 71s. Because they didn't make that many to begin with, so
correct.
Probably
yeah, so
25–30% of the
collection. Look at this line. Look, yeah. So I don't know. I've never really counted them a bunch. If you haven't got down to the end, you notice a pattern of 1970 AAR Cudas.
Mm-hmm.
That whole wall is AAR Cudas, except for a Hellcat, a Demon, and a couple TAs that I call the placeholders. They're one every color, and they're missing, I believe, 3.
The only weird part to me is the Chevrolet emblem in the middle.
Yeah.
Okay, and everybody, okay, I get it. You're not the first person, you're probably the 50th person. And here's what I have to tell you. The cars were last. The signs were put in first.
Gotcha.
So all the signs, because you notice, there's Ford signs, there's Chevy signs. That one seems to bug people the most. The signs were
That doesn't bug me. It's just funny because all the Mopars against the wall, and you got a Chevrolet.
Yeah, 2 Superbirds.
But my Daytona's parked on top of a Chevy emblem, so I'm just as bad as them.
I wonder if the emission sticker for the 72 V code was the same as the U code, because it has all the time in and idle specs, which wouldn't be correct for a V code versus a U code with 4-wheel versus 6.
See what I'm talking about?
Oh, it's
just the nerded out weird shit
no,
this guy comes up with.
That's why I like being here, because I learn more from the guys that, especially like we got the mid to late 20s, early 30s stuff, like the Bentleys and the Packards and Pierce Arrows that are next door. So I'm still sponging. I jones off of learning new stuff.
I learn every day
from
my guys. We do a lot of traveling and car buying and stuff like that, and we learn every time we just go and meet somebody that's selling us a car. Learn about that car.
Absolutely. Well, and the reason that most of us, there's only 2 employees for the whole collection. Everybody else volunteers. The main reason is the family is very, very private. They're very humble, and they literally started from nothing. And it is a family, not a corporation. But 100% of what comes in this door goes to charity. Like your group today,
yes,
a check was written to one of the veterans organizations.
Yes.
And that's how it always works. If we have a large group, we tell you this is the group that's on the list next, send a check to them.
Yeah.
So they do phenomenal work.
That's awesome.
It's also as much a sign museum. All this is originally on. So it's all been restored original. So the signage is incredible too.
I know.
Yeah. The two carriages, when they tore down the Fisher factory, those are the originals from the factory.
Wow.
So yeah, there's a lot of history sitting in the building.
No, absolutely. Such a nice place. Such
Well,
an awesome place.
I'm glad you're enjoying.
I've been looking forward to this. We've been planning this for like 2 or 3 months, 3 months, maybe even longer. But,
well, if this is your first, it takes about 4 times.
Yeah.
Till you really can finally get past the overwhelm.
Yeah. What a place. Thank you.
Oh, you're
I
very
appreciate
welcome.
you spending
Yeah,
some
and
time with
I'm
us.
John. Yeah, I'm John Cook. Like I said, I'm one of the volunteers and very lucky.
Yeah, absolutely. I agree.
Yeah.
Be able to walk around in this place all day.
Oh, absolutely.
So we have the twin
Do
to
you?
this.
Okay. This.
They say this is original paint.
That's original.
And
Yeah, but this is the one that there was some people say that the billboards are original, and some people say that the billboards were replaced.
And I've heard that this one was fairly highly optioned. The significance of was really the owner, because it's a fairly known the Reynolds family.
Yeah.
And so they call it the Reynolds Cuda. So that's the significance of this car. Plus, like I said, it had some pretty neat options to it.
Yeah, we found one about 4 months ago in South Texas, and it's optioned very, very similar to this, because this is a column shift. Ours is a column shift bench seat, Dana, 410 Dana.
Oh, really?
Red, but we believe it's the only original factory billboard that's still left with the original billboards. And we were wondering if this one was, and that's where we got the... So we think ours is the only one
Thinks that's
that had the original billboards from when it left the factory.
Oh, that's...
The only thing with ours is this fender was replaced. They hit a kid on a bike back in the 70s.
Oh, no.
This fender was replaced and the valence was replaced. Sorry, I didn't mean to touch it, but
No,
that
fine.
fender and the valence was replaced. Other than that, the entire car's Survivor original paint and original interior and everything like that. I'm a big lover of that stuff too. You can't rewind time. They were cars. They lived, right?
Correct.
But
the 63, I don't know if you saw the 63 Vet. That's
I
a Survivor.
basically just walked in here.
There's a 63 Vet over there, and obviously the split window and it's a Survivor. You're going to see a Pantera around the corner. That's an unrestored original Survivor.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I like them that way.
I do too.
I like them out of the barn. There's several cars next door that are waiting for restoration, and they look like they just got pulled out of a barn.
Yeah. We're barn find hunters, if you will. We chase around, pull these cars out of everywhere.
Oh,
and
100%.
these are holy grails that you look for, and we found it on Marketplace. And went like a second later and went and, it took us it was the longest 4 hours of our life driving there.
Oh,
And we got there and we thought it was going to be a project, and we walked in and it was just an amazing car.
And it's amazing when you see that, like when someone finds a nice old Shelby or something. I was talking to one of the brothers, because the blue Cuda, I love painted steel wheels, love the subdued blue interior. It's a very subtle looking car, and I'm in love with it. And I thought I saw it roll across the auction block up in Seattle, and I asked one of the brothers about it. He says, "Oh, there were two, and one was an automatic, and one was the 4-speed. The automatic was the one that sold. This is the 4-speed." And I'm like, "Oh, okay." It's a matter of fact.
We have actually a car that was in this museum in our collection now.
Oh,
and
do
it
you?
was a 67 Coronet RT Hemi automatic red power window car.
Oh, okay.
And we bought it at an auction, but when we got the stuff, it said the brothers.
Oh, yeah. Well, yeah, there's, if they find
At least I think it is, because of what it said.
There was if you look up on a lot of people, before this got a little more known because it was a pretty good secret, people would look up brothers and they see the Millhouse brothers. There are a couple of guys out of Florida, they're Boca Raton, Florida is where the collection was. They were from New York, and they were in their 80s, and they sold off their collection. But a lot of the cars, if they find a better example that more historically significant, they will trade them out.
They'll trade it out.
A great example is that Donahue. They had the red, white, and blue stripes.
Okay.
But the Mark Donahue, because of the racing pedigree, because of what it was replaced. And so they mostly buy or are still looking for, but they will sell the cars if they need room. But if they're looking for the history, they're looking for the cars that the rarity, like the Tucker, or cars that Bobby Unser's 69 Trino that won Pikes Peak. It's here. So there's racing pedigrees, there's ownership pedigrees, and the Yankos. Obviously, we know the history.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Yep. If they find something cool, they're going to try to get it.
Yeah, I don't blame them. We do the same thing.
Yeah. Oh,
And
man,
we trade them out sometimes too when we find a better example, if you will. I mean, you don't need two red of the exact same car, but you know, still chase them all and still try to get them. We do anyway.
Yeah, and the other thing that's awesome is we'll have people that they were specifically their cars, and they said, "No, I remember this was my car." Or like there's one of these, you'll see one of the Shelbys. It was driven. The driver was Tom Hamilton. Well, I got to meet people that raced against him. Down in California, but his family came down, and he had passed away, but brought all the memorabilia, brought his race suit, all this information because their dad drove that car.
That's so cool.
That was his car, or the ones that are from the driving school. So
imagine seeing that many 65 Shelbys lined up next to each other.
Well,
because they only came that color in 65, right? They only came the white and the blue. Right? Isn't that how it works?
I'm not a Ford guy. I don't know.
I'm not either, but I'm pretty sure in 65 that's the only way you can get it. And then in 66, and then in 66, and then in 66 they offered, you know, a lot more. They had greens, reds. They had all different colors in 66.
Yeah, they had that, like especially that forest green. Next door they have.
We have a forest green 66.
Okay, so they
Shelby
got
GT350.
Next door there's 3 of the 68 Shelby GT500 KRs, the King of Roads, and a fastback, a hardtop, and a convertible, and the green convertible.
When you say next door, is that like a storage area?
Like
that's not part of where we are able to look at cars. Yeah, I got you.
That is a working shop next door.
That's what I meant.
Building, and that's what cars that are waiting their turn, waiting for restoration, getting mechanics. If you were up front, you saw there was a Porsche Carrera missing. It's on a recall for some suspension components, and it's just waiting to be sent out. So, yeah, there are cars that are waiting turn to come in here, cars that would easily sit in here. We've got a 55 Facel Vega, and it's a French car with a 291 DeSoto Hemi in it.
Gotcha.
And that is production.
Yeah, very cool.
Low number. So, yeah, they're waiting their turn to come over here.
That's awesome. Is there any other cars specifically? I mean, I know we could talk about every single one, but like this has such a significance.
Because of who it was.
Yeah, and we're Mopar guys, obviously.
Right.
So is there a car in here that you think is like over the top like this of something to discuss? I mean, they all are. Every car in here is over the top.
Yeah, because you look at like, I think this one was very heavily optioned. So was, I think, the one at the end.
The Superbee?
Yeah.
Oh, is that one of the 100 or one of the 9? Is that a 4-speed? Is that one of the 9 Superbee 4-speeds?
Yeah, let me double check.
But it's got a sunroof.
Yep.
Yeah.
It is.
So we have a tawny gold, one of 9 Hemi 4-speed Superbees, but we don't have one with a hole in the roof.
That is an oddball option.
That's probably, it's got to be the only one. They only made 9 anyway with the Hemi 4-speed. And then it has a sunroof in there, which they didn't make very many with a sunroof to begin with.
Such a trip to see with a sunroof.
Yeah.
We have several of them with sunroofs, but not with Hemis.
Right. And this was one of the ones that when Mark came and was kind of doing an episode on it because of, you know, all the marks and stuff. The original, you know, you see the different. They were arguing about if that was the right color paint on the booster, the brake booster.
Right.
We're trying to decide it was the right color. I have no idea, but yeah, this one's fairly significant.
This is a super special car, Spence.
Yes.
Yeah.
This specific one.
Yep.
I mean, all of them are. That's the hard part. Everyone in here, the convertibles, all that kind of stuff.
But for the 426 Hemi 4-speed with the options is the rare.
Rare. The Hemi 4-speed in this color with the white interior and the white top right there, it's already holy grail shit. And then you throw the hole in the roof, and now you got holy on top of holy.
Now, as far as the other ones, the only other one that the tribute Superbird, because it was built for charity by Bill Goldberg, and it is the one you can go and watch when he was having it built, and it's a tribute. Obviously, it's a Roadrunner Superbird, but it's not. It's, you know, it's a what if car. So everything about that car is over the top as far as the build for it.
3 of the baddest sunroof cars. 3 of the baddest sunroof cars right here. He's right here. This is holy grail for you. We came down here for a reason. You just spit so much knowledge, bro. Your knowledge base is just so crazy. Oh, I'm sure you're learning something, right? Oh, absolutely. Did you ever think you'd see this many AARs and TAs and stuff sitting on a wall? On a wall.
Yeah, there's a lot of
with
e-body.
a Chevrolet.
That I think that that's just a planning committee issue.
No. What happened was they hung all the signs first.
Yeah, planning.
And then brought the kids' cars in.
Hey, we've been there though.
You see our shit is like all over the place, right? Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, this is holy grail for your
interior,
world. Red interior,
BB1 black, Hemi.
Only thing it's missing is a 4-speed.
I mean, if it was a 67 with a 4-speed, I'd probably have a heart attack and die. So it's good that it's not here.
Well, there is one in Florida.
Yeah.
Survivor.
Yeah.
And we haven't been able to.
The planets can't align because then we'll probably have just an implosion. You know what I mean?
Did you ever think you see two Hemi Daytonas rotating next to each other?
No, never.
The same color?
It's funny because I looked at them, then I laid down on the ground and was looking underneath them.
You almost feel like they're going to hit.
That's what I said. I said, it looks like they're going to hit. And then I'm like, wait a minute, son, these are both Hemis.
With recall wheels, right?
And has recall wheels on it.
My buddy has a set of those and wants to sell for like $5,000.
And it's so crazy to me because they would have called you up and said, hey, man, you know, we're going to hook you up with these new nice wheels. You got to bring these recall wheels back if you got out of there with them. And then they're probably like, you know, your 1-year warranty anyway on your Hemi is all you got. You're only going to get, if you ever bring it. And so most people probably folded, bro, and brought their wheels back.
Right, so there's got to be very select few left.
Granted, they weren't only on the Daytonas, but still, it's just crazy to me.
Yeah.
It's just crazy.
They're stunners.
I am surprised there's a 4-door Ford in here, R code 4-speed. It's in probably like almost an LO1 right here. See that Ford? And I'm shocked to see the 4-door in here, man. I'll be honest with you. But that thing's so rare and beautiful. But I was like, wow, okay, I'm liking this place more and more.
You're like, if they give the love to the photos, I'm in.
And I was telling Davis, I can't believe you didn't see more TX9 cars ordered with the black graphics. Look at it.
Right, but at that time,
I know
everything was black before it, so they were looking for these colors and
I
stuff.
know.
People weren't buying that, even in like the 68, 69, 70 Chargers.
It's
just not a lot of black cars.
No, not period.
I mean, in comparison, and white. Not very many
muscle cars
either.
in totality, really, in my opinion.
Right.
I know. It's just, but look at the
stunner.
Look
dude.
at it.
Stunner.
Look at it.
Absolute stunner.
Look at it. Look at it. Think about when you bought this car new from the factory, and then you're like, yeah, I got to go to the grocery store. You know what I mean? Let me drop the kids off at school. I mean, dude, it's just.
And it was just cars. Even though they were race cars. These were race cars,
yeah,
but
I'm saying,
they were still cars.
You're driving this in Illinois in the storm, and you're looking over this giant hood with your wipers. You put chains on. I mean, come on, man. It's just mind-boggling, dude. And, you know, the wife's already bitching at you because there's no room in it for the kids. You know, you had to have these buckets, huh?
Well, they made them in bench seats. We had one.
Yeah. Column shifter, bench seat.
Column shift, bench seat, AAR.
Mm-hmm.
That's wild.
That's an anomaly to me up top there because, you know, it wasn't real popular, that color up there. So,
yeah, there was a TA that color for sale a little while ago.
I know.
I wanted a grid of money for it. You know, that's mine. I'd take that right there. That's it.
Yeah.
Right there. That's
yeah.
arrived.
Yeah.
But
I like the
these...
TA hood better than the AAR hoods. But I like the Cuda body a little bit better. So it's like, man, it's just tough.
I wouldn't kick any of them out.
I can't.
And you're like, I don't even like e-bodies, and I wouldn't kick any of these out.
The lady asked me, Diesel, old lady, she's like, hey, excuse me, if you could pick one car, which would you pick in this whole collection? And immediately he's like, Daytona.
Yeah. Hemi Daytona.
Yeah. 4-speed car. Is this a? Oh yeah. You know, you're running around with 11.5 to 1 motor. You know what I mean? Even, I don't care how good fuel was back then, just still 11.5 to 1 motor with a 22-inch freaking radiator in it, bro. Come on. Come on. Come on. That's probably why they caused, if you had a 4-speed or axle package car, you had to have a bigger radiator because these things were probably overheating left and right.
One of our favorite, most unique colors.
Mauve. Beautiful color.
I saw one of these at, it wasn't a convertible though, it was a hardtop.
Yeah.
And it was a silver car that he painted this color and had the Hemi in it, but it wasn't an original Hemi car.
Sent me
it was a McCacken, yeah. Beautiful car. Yep.
Yeah. Super rare.
You know we love these.
10 of these made, period.
Yeah.
On the planet. Hemi cars. automatic.
We bid it on one at Mecum. It was a blue one, but we didn't get it.
The triple black 69 RT's killing me with striped elite car over there.
I didn't see
the
that.
Charger?
No, I didn't see that. Oh shit!
Hemi
Look
car?
at that. Yeah.
Come
We'll have to
on.
circle back around.
Come
Let's
on,
keep
dude.
going to the Hemi
Yeah.
Cudas.
I'm not feeling bad
convertibles.
for missing the 71 convertibles anymore. White interior car, you know, probably 6 months out of the dealership. That thing was, the interior was
Jeez.
trashed.
Yeah.
God, man.
Golly.
See, son, when I told you I like to have all red or all blue.
So
this
there's
is
there's
what
one.
I'm talking about.
So there's one non-billboard. So there's 1, 2, 3. So 3 convertible of the 13 or 12. Is it 13? I think it's 13, right?
Yeah, that's the way I understand it.
Yeah.
Man, look at that. It just
3
looks
of
like
the 13. So 25% of the 71 Hemi Cuda convertibles are in this
this
collection.
interior is beautiful to me, man.
Unbelievable.
Oh,
You got that right.
road lights.
Rubber bumpers.
Oh, the cassette player. Oh yeah, baby.
Oh, so this is one of 5 in an automatic. So 8 of them had the 4-speed.
Well, I think the official number is 12, but then there's a number out there of 13.
7, yeah. That's what I'm saying. Like, I don't...
I
And was there different ones in Canada? Was there
I
additional
don't
ones
know.
in Canada?
Does that
How's
include the export cars?
That's what I mean. I don't know.
I don't know. I think that's part of the problem. Who really knows? Power window car. I'm going to say that, not to switch gears, but I'll lose track. I'm going to say that the 12 cars is including the export cars.
Okay. So total.
And I'm reading here, and it's saying specifically the original owner of this car, because it was built for export, right?
Okay.
Was a novelist, French female novelist.
Yeah, and
And
so
she ordered the car through a Simca dealer.
yeah,
These
so
little
the
cars.
6-pack one is the same thing.
Same
it was
deal?
the same in overseas or in
What country?
France or something like
France?
that.
Yeah.
He'll be able to tell us. Or actually, Scott Lindsay told me
Now, was
earlier.
it a export car ordered through the military, or was it
I don't
something
know.
really unconventional, like through a Simca dealership?
I don't know.
Because, you know, it wasn't that uncommon. Literally on the military bases over there, you can go in and say, "Hey, I want to," and you know that's an export car.
Yeah,
If it's coming
but it was
to you
still
versus-
uncommon. It was
versus-
still uncommon.
Well, yeah, but,
but it happened.
and probably 90% of those were ordered over there, but then they were delivered in America when they got out
they
the
got back.
tour.
Yeah,
But I'm sure a couple big brass or big stripe folks had their cars, their exports there.
sent over.
Yeah, sure.
No, we had some cars that came back from the Philippines that were export cars.
Clark from
And,
Clark.
and we have a 70 Challenger right now that was in Spain.
oh shoot.
There was only a few in Spain, but it was an export part of Spain. We literally have the paperwork in the glove box that had the Spain
So was
information.
So what was it? Like a Simca dealer? Or
I don't
Gotta
know
check
much
that out,
about it.
man.
I don't know
Gotta
much
check
about it.
that out.
But the military was there in Spain from 70 to 75.
Oh, okay.
And so we, obviously we think it's a,
Yeah, from a
Mil-
washed up military installation.
yeah. Well, doing something,
Yeah.
but it was in Spain. And that's the one that we found the 71 Hemi motor in that belongs to a 71 Hemi Cuda that's in
Oh,
freaking
that's right. Yes, I
in Fresno.
I was telling
the
somebody
world
about
is
that.
so small in the Mopar.
Dude, it's not
Unbelievable.
Even that. It's like it's just the history and the stories you learn from this stuff is just.
And trying to
It's
keep
like-
it all straight. That's the other thing.
It's like, okay, you're like, oh man, you blow your wad. Oh my God, I got my car. And then it's like, it just keeps going because you're like, oh my God, this is an export car. Oh my God, look at this paperwork. It's like, man, it's just, you're going to lose your mind. You're going to lose
you already
your
lost
mind.
your mind. You're fine.
You'll
You'll be all right.
I'm just saying.
So the one I want you to tell us about that's really important is that 72.
Well,
We need to talk about that based
I'll tell
on
you
what
what.
you know about it and stuff like that, because they didn't do but only a few, right, of the 446 pack.
I always, this is coming from a kid reading hot rod mags, muscle. I don't think there was 2 of them.
That's what I thought.
So
And one had a sunroof?
I don't know, but I only thought there was 2 of them.
It's so weird to see
Oh,
the blue
I'm
engine.
sorry.
Oh, does it say it?
Likely one of 2 produced.
Okay.
So
okay.
that's the way, from at least the 80s when I was reading, the Mopar mags, there was 2 of them. So lo and behold, here's one. And
yeah,
then it's
but
like,
with a sunroof?
with a sunroof. But I think someone I can't even tell you, but it's like, I don't know, has it got power windows? I didn't even look. No. Yeah, so it's not even
Sunroof, rear factory
so here's
approved.
what's weird to me. It's not even like someone threw the book at it, right? With cruise control and air conditioning, because you wouldn't have had that on a V code.
Right.
But so they're like, oh, we can't have that. Well, I still want to throw the book at it. So you'd think you could have an axle package and you'd have a power windows and AM FM cassette on the floor. It doesn't have it. But it still has the V code and it has the sunroof. So it's not like someone was just checking option boxes. They actually knew what they were doing.
Yeah.
So, and how they slid this in, I don't even know when the SPD, I don't even know when it was built. Wow.
Unbelievable.
August, right?
Unbelievable.
Yeah, it's just crazy to me.
You know, it's so funny, as you remember, because you're the one that got me into Mopars, but you remember I hated these.
Oh,
This was I wouldn't look twice at a 71, 72.
isn't it weird how it changes?
And this is my favorite now, dude.
You know?
This is my favorite body style, the 71
All I can tell
and
you is
72 Roadrunners
I'm with you.
and GTXs.
I'm with you. I used to like blondes, now I like brunettes.
Cut!
Well, I'm just, isn't it weird how that happens? Look at it.
It's a stunner. It's just, this was like an ugly face to me, and now it's a beautiful face. You know, back in the day,
is
I wouldn't
beautiful.
look twice at this.
Me neither. But and the reason they went to it for safety, you know.
For the bumper?
Well, the loop bumper, it wasn't a safety standard until 74, 3 or 4, right? Yeah, 3 or 4, 73. But before that, they were harping on, if you look at the brochures, that this loop bumper, you know, protects you up to 5 miles an hour of impacts. And all. It's literally in the brochure,
Right.
hearkening to the Charger for sure. And then all the cars had it. The fuselages had it. This had it. That had it. You know, the Monaco, they went to all that. So it's like, this is really the beginning of a safety feature that somehow they were able to spin off to look
Similar. Or
like,
just
wow,
like
look at
that.
this beauty.
Yeah. Nah, these are just, and I still run into like people, you know, friends of mine and stuff like that, and they don't even see the beauty of it. And I just think they're gorgeous.
This car in particular, right? Think about everything that had to go into it, right? So as we both know, you wouldn't have 3-speed wipers. So it's got two speed wipers, which by 72, almost everything had the 3-speed wipers. That was a premium. That wasn't a Valiant, right? So here you go, 2-speed wipers, right? It still has 26-inch radiator. Well, I didn't even look. I don't think it has an axle package in it, but and it has the V code here, Corporate Blue. Like, this is just, like in California, for example, right? This had to be smogged every 2 years up until 1995, right?
Right.
Because it was.
I don't know what year it was,
It
but
was
until
65. It was 65 and older.
Yeah.
Didn't have to be smogged every 2 years until 1995. In 1995, that all dropped off, right? So where they changed it to the 76 model year. But before that, this car technically would have been smogged every 2 years. It would have had a NOx device on it, a bunch of crap on it. And it's like, well, how did they decipher where the timing should be in the base light on all that? There's the sticker for it. It's like, well, is that a you know, is this part number here a 444 barrel? Same as a 444 barrel? No, it wouldn't be, because it's a V code, right?
So they would have had to made
I don't
that
know.
just for 2 cars?
I don't know. And then, you know, V code motors in the brochure advertise a lot of things on them. One of them's being Molly rings. So it's like, wow, would this have Molly rings in it then too? Okay, what valve covers would they put on it? The same as a 70? Same as a 70? What? It's just, I can see why there's only 2. And I don't even know how they slipped it through, bro. I don't even know how they would have slipped that through.
Yeah, it's cool.
And there's even further processing because it's a sunroof car, so it's got to go to
That's
ASC,
what I was saying
dude.
earlier. I'm like,
So you would have thought they go,
they
hey,
made
oops.
2, and one of them's a sunroof car.
Yeah.
And their sunroof cars are so rare in the first place, to begin with.
I don't know.
Crazy.
And do we know in what line or in what order ASC was processing these cars for 72? I know they made not quite a bit, but they made a decent amount of 72 B bodies, right? So at what point was this? Was this the first one they did to figure it out, or how'd that process go down? So is this? I don't know, man. It's just crazy to me.
Yeah. How you doing, bud? Good to see you. Yeah, no, I would recognize you out there. I was like, I'm sure that's the guy that has the Egyptian Cuda, or used to. You know, he sold it.
Yeah.
But yeah.
This is a 71 446 pack.
Yeah.
See how the orange is orange? Yeah. It's a high performance big block. They would have been orange in 71. In 72, a 440 4-barrel HP motor, 400 HP motor. They all were painted corporate blue.
Oh, so just
Even they even started playing games with the 340s, and some were orange, some were blue. I guess depending on what factory they were made in or whatever. So not only is that one of two ever made V-code available engines in a B body allegedly, then it's also it's corporate blue on top of it.
Yeah.
So it's not like they snuck a 70, you know, I don't know. It's just crazy to me. They saved the best for last. I mean,
I seen the Charger.
doesn't get much better than a triple black 69 RT striped Elite Hemi Charger, right? Well, I accidentally lost Troy, so whatever. Okay. All right.
How are you?
Dude,
I hadn't seen you in forever.
long time. Hey, I'm Dan.
My girlfriend.
Nanison, nice to meet you. Nice to meet you. Did you fly all the way out here from Georgia? Little rascal. How many freaking filing miles you got?
I paid for that flight.
Oh, shit. And secretly, I've been looking under. There are drain pans under some of these cars, just so you guys are very well aware.
I know. I see.
Normally, I know the average Joe wouldn't look at that, but I was like, wait a minute, because this got a torque flight in it.
That's right. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
That Superbird over there's got a little puddle on
Yeah, yeah. And I was telling my kids, so these guys, so it's like, what's your favorite car? You're like, oh man, I want like a 66 Bonneville. And they're like, oh, we got you, bro. And then they take you over to the 66 Bonneville. It's over there, right? And not only is it, you know, they made like 80,000 of them, right? Not only is it a 66 Bonneville, but here's your one of 10 black ones. Oh, by the way, it's got the 421 tri-power they made 4 of. Oh, by the way, it's got bucket seat parchment interior, with a 4-speed. So it's like, holy f***. So then I'm like thinking, okay, there better be a 66 Hemi Charger or 67 Hemi Charger in this place. And I go there and it's like BB1 black with red interior. I'm like, oh man, I'm gonna lose it. I'm gonna lose it.
No, if you can think of the best something, that's probably in here.
Probably is.
That's crazy.
Because even the 69 Charger, I'm like, oh my God, a black 69 Charger. Oh my God, look, it's really a black car, TX9. And I'm like, holy striped Elite. Is this a 4-speed? Oh, okay, it's just an automatic. All right, you know, yeah, almost fucking. Give me my nitroglycerin. So if they had a pinnacle wagon, you'd go over there. It would be a silver cruising classic, which has the graphics in the porthole, and then you'd look. It'd be the V6, which was the bad boy, 4-speed, and it'd have track lock, which is the posi, what Ford calls their posi. I'm sure of it, and it'd have red interior for sure. I know it for sure. When we came in though, we went to the big money section. We really did. We went to the, because I'm a car guy. I'm a car guy with a strong Mopar pinch, but I'm a car guy. I seen them Ferraris. I was like, we're the only ones there. I was like, what the fuck? This is where all the money's at. I do want to know why they don't have a GT500 hardtop, 69 hardtop. They have a Boss, they have 2 convertibles, but they do not have a 69 GT500 hardtop. But even there, say you go, man, I wish they had a 69 Shelby convertible. Oh, we got you covered. And you go over there, and it's like, what? It's holy shit, it's turquoise. Oh my God.
That one is cool.
Don't tell me it has white interior. Oh yeah. Is it a 4-speed? My kids like looking, and I was under it. I'm like, holy fuck, it's a 4-speed too. I mean, come on, man. What? 391 track lock, super Cobra Jet?
Yeah, it was a 66 GT350 convertible, I think is what it was. And it was like one of 4.
Yeah.
You look over, there's another one right beside it. They have 2 of 4.
When we came in, we were right here, and my kid's like, oh, 1 and 9, huh? And I'm like, yeah, 1 and 9. I'm all, son, you'll probably never see another one of these. He's like, well, what's this? I'm like, oh, okay, hang on. 1. Okay, you'll never see another 4 of them. But even then, hey, look at this. Another TX9 car with the blackout treatment, the flat black stripes. Why in the is that an luggage rack? Were you just about to say? Yeah. But why in the is the black with the black stripes so rare for back in the day when there's nobody here that can tell me that's not just like, look at the TA stripes.
Oh, I know.
That is the best. Are you crazy? How could you go, nah, just give me the red one with the black stripes. No, look at that shit.
No, they'd go, give me the 318 3-speed
No.
F8 green line.
You know what the
You know what hardtop.
you know what the problem was? Truthfully, that's what was in most of the brochures.
Oh, so just say, I'll take that one.
That's what I'm serious because you don't see them. You go in there and it's like there's nothing material or tangible. So you're looking at these photos from 60, 70 or whatever, and then they have when they submit the order. You know the dealership plays games. They're calling, oh hey, Mr. Davis, you know Mopar says that we can get you that. We can get you the black with the black stripes, but you know that's not recommended. It literally says at the bottom of the brochure and if you look at these brochures here, if you go to the Mopar shit, if not, they can pay me. I'll put it all in for them. But you read in all the brochures, it's ... not recommended. Like white on white in a 66 Cornet 500. You can get it. It's not recommended. So that was usually kind of, you know, hey, you sure? You really sure? Yeah. So I think, I bet you'd find out that because you can't see them that well, I guess, that the black with the black stripes was probably not recommended. Or they didn't put any of them in the brochures or the dealer catalogs you're ordering from.
Nobody knew.
So that's why you're like, you know what? That I don't want black with black stripes. Give me mustard green with a carrot colored stripe or something. Right. You know, come on. Let me get this green vinyl top with a green interior. Just like my grandma has. This is 71. My opinion, I told you dad before, 71 is the pinnacle of all muscle car era. And here's why I say that. Let's look at this car, for example, right? Even if it was a 383 4-speed car, right? Dude, you have the fender gills. You have the racing stripes. You have the shaker hood. You have the wing. You have probably the automatic. But you have the hood pins. You have the chin spoiler. It's like they just threw the book at them in 71.
And then 72.
And then in 72, they're like, oh, hey, you guys are getting too high. I don't know, but why isn't there more of these orange?
I don't think I've ever seen an orange stripe.
I know why I didn't. If I would have ordered this car, it would have had a black stripe. So that's why I'm out.
So that would be cool.
I probably would have put a gator top on it for sure. Yep.
No, mine would have been like yellow with blue interior.
I'm a complete liar, actually. Mine would have been a B body, but mine would have been a B body. Mine would have been the car behind of it, EL5 car, right? Butterscotch car, right? High impact car behind of it, right? That would have been my car for sure because of the sunroof.
Oh yeah, that's right.
You should tell them about the ones about the strike and fire. Those cars over there.
Oh yeah.
That'd make a good story.
I don't know, but I don't know the specifics about it.
Yeah, it's still a good story.
I need to talk to Bill, see what he thinks about the corporate blue on the 440 6-pack motor. B-code motor, sorry, 6-barrel. Oh, look! Look!
I bet you it's not a 71 Challenger black stripe 4-speed. That car's not, look.
Hey, Davis, they got any 71? I bet they don't have a 71 Hemi Challenger here. Oh, they do? Oh, hang on. Oh, I bet it's not a 4. Oh my God, oh my God, I bet it doesn't have flap. Oh my God, I bet it doesn't have I mean, come on, man. This is the top of the top, dude.
You know what these are? No. Yeah.
How about this, though? If you... I don't know, has this car been restored or anything, or do we know?
So it wasn't like this originally. Like this is like I guess they restored it differently or something. He was telling. He told us a whole lot about it.
Because I was curious about a lot of things on it, and one would be like, how would you know to paint the little center cap deals green? 2, you have the disc brake car, and you have these. Are these Anson? What are these? It's like.
Yeah, I don't know enough. You know, we have a poster though, right, of the Cuda.
Really?
It's 4 pieces. The dealership one. It was 4 different pieces.
I remember you telling me that.
Yeah. Everything cycles. Everything. I mean, we've sold more cars in the last couple months than we've sold in many months last year. So it's hard to really kind of say that, really, because it just depends, you know. And it's crazy. The people in Brazil are still buying cars. They love these cars.
Yeah, they just don't want to come here and get them in person. But yeah.
No, but you ship them. They buy them. They use a place out of Florida, and they get them shipped over. And then they want the projects because they got, you know, labor over there is cheap, so they can restore a car for cheaper than they can buy one for.
And let's get them as many as we can. That way they don't languish.
We don't want them to go into the grave.
Let's get them as many as we can so they don't languish.
Yep. Car guy's a car guy, no matter where he lives.
I would much rather possibly go to an event where somebody had 6 or 7 cars that were done over there, or even if they're here as a showcase event or something, than them not be here. But dust,
on side of
rust
somebody's,
and dust.
somebody sitting on the side of somebody's house, going into the ground.
Worse than that. Worse than that.
Yeah.
That's my opinion.
No, I'm with you, 100%. 100%.
I'll let you
know, we want all the rarest ones to stay here, though.
They're coming back.
They are. They're
coming back.
Yeah, people don't realize that. Yeah. They think they leave and they never come back. It's a world economy. So we've been traveling for 5, 6, 7, 8 years looking for cars and coming across unique things, taking pictures of different stuff. And about 4 years ago?
No, 6.
6 years ago?
Yeah, 5, 6 years ago.
We came across a Hemi motor. And Bailey, you're the one that did the research.
Yeah, you sent me the VIN number.
I sent you the
like,
pictures.
Can you find this?
Can you find this?
So I looked it up. So I looked up the VIN number, and then there was a forum posted about this car actually. And so the VIN number actually matches the motor that we found, which they don't say anything else about it, but yeah.
So this car right here in the Brothers collection, we know the original numbers matching motor is sitting in a Cuda.
Yeah, it's in a Cuda.
It's in a Cuda. And we've been trying to buy it for 6 years. So hopefully one day we get to reunite it back with this car if it's possible. But the guy's a little hard-headed.
Hard-headed.
A little tough, but
good negotiator.
Good buddy of ours, but unfortunately, he loves his Cuda and he hasn't let us pry it from his hands.
Yeah,
but if that happens,
it's his favorite car.
That motor's coming out, and hopefully we'll go, if they want it, which I would imagine
I'm sure
Brothers collection would want the original numbers matching motor to their car. But we've been looking forward to coming here to see this car, to basically we were hoping to climb underneath it and see what numbers on this block, but they have it roped off. They're not allowing us to do that. So we believe we know where the numbers matching motor is to this car. So 71 Hemi Challenger, hopefully another reunion at some point.
Yep.
So, but we're sure of it though.
Yeah.
We're sure of it.
Yeah, I pulled the picture up earlier on my phone. Let's see if I can find it.
Well, send it to me too, because we'll put it in the video. There's the VIN.
Yeah, 127028.
Did you take a picture of the fender tag?
Yeah, but it's kind of blurry. Your picture's gonna be better than mine. 127028.
7028. Holy Grail car. Automatic.
Yeah, it is automatic.
So it's actually even more of a Holy Grail car because this is a one of 12. They only made 12 automatic 71 Hemi Challengers.
Oh, really?
Which we have one with black interior that we bought at Mecum this year. Oh my God, guys, this car is incredible. So there's your tag, the numbers matching motor, the numbers matching trans is in there. And get this, the lot manager opened the trunk, 3 freaking build sheets, registry, restoration pictures, warranty booklets, original title, all the stuff. Original battery, space saver. Unbelievable. So 2 of them were red.
Yeah, 1 of 12. That's cool. It's just crazy that somehow this car ended here and the motor is where it is. It's a long ways apart.
It's a long ways apart. But these cars came from everywhere in the world,
Hmm?
70 Hemi Cudas.
That one was? For the sunroof, huh?
Yeah.
Wow, that's an amazing car.
Yeah, it is.
I think that's why he had it. The options.
That is an amazing car. I love the sunroofs. This is amazing.
Yeah, that's cool.
That's just an amazing setup display. I want to see this Mustang though. This
Oh, the
pink
Mustang is super cool. Keep going straight.
Lavender? Oh, it's like a pink lavender?
It's like a purple, pink.
Oh, there it is.
One of read
like
it.
a pastel
So like the
purple.
guy of the Ford dealership, that owned the Ford dealership, he bought cars that are like special like that to put them away and save them for retirement. So it's got like 3.5 miles on it.
How you
No
guys
telling
doing?
what he sold it for back then.
Good, good. It's easy to be good right now. Oh man, what a car. Yeah, this would be a collection car we wouldn't let go. 3 miles.
3 miles.
It just goes to show how crappy the paint was,
Oh, I know.
you know? Like people think these things were just beautiful, but look at all the imperfections in the paint.
Mm-hmm.
Which I'm not bad dogging, I'm just saying that's history.
Is it raining that hard?
Oh yeah, no.
How many Boss 429s do they have in here? I see
Several.
the 302s.
There's a black one somewhere.
Black ones.
Just 2? Hey,
What is that? Oh yeah, I took a picture of that.
a real one.
It's a real one.
A
I
real,
know.
not a rebody. So our friend has one of these, but it's a rebody. When we looked at it and really inspected it, it's supposed to be a
him.
blue car, and it was a white car. And then getting the story and stuff, it all made sense that it was actually a rebody. But this is the real deal. These are rare. But they
Yeah.
make
I don't
60
remember, but
or
it
something
wasn't
like
many.
that. Wasn't that many? I mean, we don't know Fords that well either, but yeah, that's a rare car, super rare car.
Did you see the Tiger?
They made 357.
Was it that many?
Yeah, that's what it said. I don't know if
They
that
made
was
it
like.
sound like it was. Well, I guess in Ford world that is rare. In
Yeah.
Mopar world, that's high production.
Yeah, it's 357.
Oh, look at that. They need one with
That
black
that blue one
interior.
is like the one that Randy had that you didn't buy.
Yeah, but the thing is, dude, is half. Half of all Boss
Oh, yeah.
429s were grabber blue with white interior.
Oh, so the white's not.
Yeah,
The
no,
black is it. They only made 60 in black.
Even though the white looks better.
Yeah, the white does look better.
I agree. I like the white too, but the black is black, you have something. Not that you don't have anything with that. I mean, dude, it's a Boss 429. Come on. Well, you know.
That's a cool color.
But the black interior is what makes them unique on that particular model. Yeah, this is my favorite color of them all. This is an incredible display right here. This is from one display to have that many of these cars. Oh, that's a carryover. Dennis Collins talks a lot about that. He thinks those are the best ones.
yeah. 1 of 11.
Why is it 1 of 11? Oh,
That's
Paxton.
Paxton. But no, that convertible is a beautiful car.
Yeah, that is. Damn. Wow. That is sweet. I love that color.
I hate that body.
Well, it's
I'm
not
not
my
a fan
favorite.
of I'm not a fan of that body with the convertible, really. But given what the car is,
Yeah, exactly.
I can override exactly what I think is perfectly pretty. You know what I mean?
trip.
Let's roll.
Someone on Facebook, hopefully it's 5150, but I was given this number for Troy to call. I don't really know what time zone you guys are on right now, if it's Texas or Cali, but I am in North Carolina, and I was reaching out to you about my uncle's 71 six-pack Challenger.
Dang.
If you'd like to have a chat about it, just give me a call anytime you're ready today or tomorrow. I'll be fine. All right, thank you.